Hello, my friends. I am Dr. Bree, and I'm back in my camp counselor t-shirt. Some of you might recognize this from my ab camp for the abs, and also my booty camp. And now we're doing Kegel Camp. I am so excited to bring you this 30-day guided program. The routines are going to be really short. 5 to 10 minutes. Today will be maybe a little longer because I need to explain a few things about the program. But the idea is if you can come and check in with me, your camp counselor, every day for the next 30 days, we are literally going to transform your pelvic floor. Now, I have a couple of notes as your camp counselor. I have some camp announcements. So we need to go ahead and go through these announcements and then we'll get right into today's routine. So the first thing that you need to know is that this program is for women and men. It's really for everybody. There's no age limit, there's no limits at all. So anyone can benefit from this program. Again, we are literally going to transform your pelvic floor when it comes to bladder and bowel control, when it comes to sexual health, when it comes to core strength and stability. This is really going to help you. And if you are somebody who maybe can't get to a physical therapist at this time, this is an awesome thing for you to just check in with me daily, 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll help you out. Now, all that being said, there are a few little caveats. The first thing is that Kegels and pelvic floor fitness is just part of an overall core fitness program and just part of an overall fitness program. I never want to imply that this is the only thing you need to do for your core strength. Of course, this is a tiny little piece. This is not everything, so please keep that in mind as we move through the program. The next thing to keep in mind is to see a physical therapist if you can, if you're at a place in the world and at a place in time when you can see somebody. As I'm filming this, not to date myself here, but I'm filming this during the coronavirus outbreak, and so a lot of people are actually unable to see their regular providers at this time. But if you're at a time in the world, because this is going to be on YouTube forever, so if you're at a time or a place where you can see a women's health physical therapist or a pelvic floor physical therapist, please do so, because that really is going to be your best way to get personalized, individualized evaluation and treatment about what your pelvic floor needs are, and they'll really help you create a perfect treatment plan that's specific to your needs. So if you can see a pelvic floor PT, please do so, but in the meantime, this should help. Now, the next thing that's really important to tell you is that Kegels are actually not right for everybody. Not everybody will benefit from Kegel exercises. So if you are somebody who has pelvic floor tension or pain with intercourse, or other issues that maybe lead you to believe that you're a little too tight in the pelvic region, then this probably is not the best program for you at this time. You can check the notes for resources and links for other programs that I have and a playlist that's all about pelvic pain and tension, and that's actually where I recommend that you start right now and then come back to Kegel Camp at a later date. The last thing I have for you is don't skip around. Please start at the beginning of this program. So start here, you're at the perfect place, start at the beginning and then work your way up day by day. This program builds on itself. It's specially designed to gradually and safely increase your pelvic floor and core strength. So please start at the beginning and go in order. It really only is going to be 5 to 10 minute commitment per day, so it's doable, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'll move my notes to the side, and we're going to begin. All you'll really need for this program is not a whole lot. You're going to maybe want a chair, not for today, but for future programs. You're going to need a chair. You may need a yoga block now and then, but if you don't have a yoga block, a small pillow or little small fitness ball can work as well. I have a bolster that I'm using and I'm going to use for the first couple of camp installments. If you don't have a bolster like this is a little meditation cushion. If you don't have something like this, then you can also use pillows. So we're just going to begin, and the program is going to really take you through a nice progression where if you have, again, bladder control issues, if you have prolapse issues, things like that, it's going to help you because we're going to very, very slowly start with the basics. Start actually today with something that you might want to skip, but don't do it. Don't skip it. Today is actually just simply feeling and finding those deep core muscles and also learning how to let them go. Now you might be like, Bree, I know how to do this, but please come at this with a beginner's mind. Come at this with an open mind. This baseline foundational stuff is so important for the rest of the program, so don't skip today. Over the next 30 days, we're gonna work our way up to more upright, sitting, standing, and very functional positions, but right now we are starting with the basics. So go ahead and come down onto your back with your hips propped up onto a pillow or a bolster of some sort. Now, whenever you come down onto the ground, you don't want to just jackknife down like this. That's actually really can be very problematic for your core and your back, but also your core muscles, and it also can put a lot of downward pressure on your pelvic organs and your pelvic floor muscles. So it's best to see if you can come down through your side and then maybe scooch your way up onto the pillows or the bolster. So in this position, what I want you to do is start by simply placing your hands on your low pelvic area, your low belly, your low pelvic area, just right here. Put your hands there, resting gently. If the pillows you've selected are too high, then remove one if you've stacked a couple up. If it's too low, just play with the position so you really feel like you're in a nice, relaxed position. You shouldn't feel like you're really high up and straining and uncomfortable, but at the same time, your pelvis should be a little bit elevated. So again, your pelvic floor muscles are not going to have to work as hard when we start to gently contract them, and also your pelvic organs are being pulled back into the correct position. So place your hands on your low pelvis, your low belly area. In this position, I want to do a breathing exercise just to start us out. So what you're going to do is breathe into your hands. 4 counts on the inhale, and then you're going to hold for 4 counts, and then 4 counts on the exhale and hold. So again, it's an inhale into your hands, hold it for 4 counts, and then exhale. You'll feel your hands kind of fall, and then you'll hold that for 4 counts. Let's go through that right now. So inhale, hold it for 4 counts. Now exhale, feel your hands fall, and hold it for 4 counts. Again, inhale into your hands, feel them expand. Hold it for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts. Feel your hands fall inward, come on down as your belly presses the air out, and then hold it for 4 counts. Keep going. So again, you're breathing into your hands for 4 counts, feeling your low belly, your pelvic floor, your lower ribs, everything expand all the way around. 360-degree expansion into your hands as you breathe in. So that inhalation. Then you hold it for 4 counts. And then as you exhale, your hands fall. As you exhale for 4 counts, you use your abdominal muscles to actually press all of the air out, and then you hold that for 4 counts. Now, keep going with that. 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, and then hold it out for 4. It's like a box breathing. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Keep going, and I'm just going to explain what's happening. So when you inhale, you are actually, like I said, expanding into that area, releasing that area. When you exhale, you're actually using your abdominal muscles. So you're starting to turn on those deep abdominal muscles, which are very intimately connected to the pelvic floor. So your pelvic floor is lifting and your low belly is pulling in as you press all of that air out. So this in itself is, first of all, relaxing, but it's also a very, very good beginning core strengthener. So you're expanding and releasing and opening everything as you inhale, and then you're exhaling and gently engaging and waking up those center line, deep core muscles as you exhale. If you want to take this up a notch, you can inhale, expand, and then really when you're holding it, really feel that expansion and that release. Then as you exhale for 4 counts, and then hold it for 4 counts, you can pull your belly in a little bit more as you're holding it for the 4 counts. Feel your pelvic floor lift just a little bit more as you hold it for that 4 counts. So let's do just one more round. You're inhaling and then holding it for 4 counts, really feeling that expansion and release. And then you're exhaling for 4 counts and then holding that exhale for 4 counts. And maybe when you're holding it 4 counts, you're really feeling the engagement and the pulling in of your low abs and the lifting of your low abs and pelvic floor. All right? That was a great first lesson. Let the legs go, let everything relax and release. And we're gonna do just 2 more things. What I want you to do next is to bring your feet together. This is something you're gonna see in future camp episodes. Feet together, knees are apart. I want you to keep your hips on the pillow. You're just going to exhale as you bring your knees together. Now, just like before, just like we were doing, when you exhale, you felt that center line of your body lighting up and that deep core kind of lighting up and lifting. I want you to feel that here as well. So inhale, release, exhale, fire up that core, fire up that center line. Now inhale, release and relax. Exhale, fire up that center line of the body, that midline, that core. One more time, inhale, release, let it go. And exhale, fire up that core. Pull the pelvic floor gently, gently. It's not really even a Kegel, but it's just a gentle engagement and a pulling in of the low abs, fired up and lit up. Now, we're going to keep that kind of lit up feeling, fired up core feeling. And I want you to place your hands on the ground and squeeze your bottom, press into your feet and your heels, and lift your hips up off your pillow just a tiny, tiny bit. So it's a tiny little bridge, firing up those glutes, lifting, 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 and then release onto the pillow. At this point, let your butt muscles go and let your pelvic floor release. Relax. Feel that if the pelvic floor were an elevator that can come up, right now you are sinking that elevator all the way down to the basement. Let it go. And let's do one more of those bridges. So knees together, fire up that center line, fire up that midline of the body, lifting and pulling in, and now press into your feet, your heels, squeeze your glutes and lift off the pillow just a little bit. Hold it, keep breathing, and then release down. And let it go. Release the pelvic floor. Feel that pelvic floor elevator is going down to the basement. Maybe let your knees flop apart and relax. That's it for day 1 of Kegel Camp. I'm gonna come to my side and let you know that we have so much more goodness coming. So please come back tomorrow for day 2. And until then, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter.